This is my grandfather's chest. It was given to me about 11 years ago by my parents. And I put all my keepsakes and souvenirs in here. And I finally have some time to give it some love. I'd say it's probably about 80 years old and it's pretty banged up. I want to fix it up while preserving all its wonderful character. I think sanding it down would ruin it, so I picked up some stain that matches fairly closely. Hopefully you'll hide some of those scratches and dings. I also have some linseed oil to condition this very dry wood. And I bought some high gloss clear coat to give it some shine and to protect it. At some point I want to reinforce this lid. It's a little fragile and you can't put too much weight on it. So stick around, let's see what happens. And you're probably wondering about this one board and how it's completely different from all the others. And I'll explain that later on. I have my homemade squirrel tail brush. I'm going to start touching up all these scratches. So I've just been brushing on the stain, letting it soak in for a little bit, and then blending it in with the paper towel. It's not perfect, but it's helping a lot. Well, I think that's looking a lot better. There are some areas where the stain just isn't being absorbed into the wood. And keep in mind, I'm not trying to make this look brand new. Just trying to hide some of the scratches. So the staining process is done. I think it looks so much better. Really hid all those scratches. And this stain actually had a polyurethane built right in, so I don't have to put any linseed oil on this. And you probably noticed that this board on the front, still a different color. So I'll explain that. My guess is that someone locked themselves out of this trunk, broke into it, because this latch right here, I've seen these before, they normally have a lock on them. So I think someone locked themselves out, broke into it, broke this board, and replaced it later on, and never did restain it. I just noticed that I forgot to stain the side of that lid there. Well, I think I'm pretty much finished with this project. That stain I picked was almost a perfect match. Really made all those scratches a lot less noticeable. After I stained it, I didn't really see any debris, so I let it dry. On this board, I wrote grandfather's chest. Turned out pretty good considering I did it all by hand. And instead of trying to hide this board that stood out, I tried making it more noticeable. I misted on some gold spray paint on it. I also put on some gold spray paint on the hardware just to brighten it up. Then I put on about 4 coats of clear coat. Just misted it on. Made sure I didn't get any runs. I reinforced the top. It's a lot stronger. The guy could almost stand on it now. I also printed a little write-up to keep inside the chest. I mentioned my grandfather. I mentioned the year I received this chest. I also talked about this board and how it got broken into. I think it's going to be really neat for someone to find many years from now. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.